What's up guys, I'm Justin Ball and welcome back to the Recording Percussionist, where I show you everything you need to know to get from that beginning stage of looking at a microphone or camera for the very first time to that intermediate stage where you feel confident in your ability to set up, record, and edit an entire recording session all on your own. In the last video, I showed you how to track a recording session all by yourself, or with a 5-year-old if you have access to one. This time, things will be a lot easier because today I've got Sammy here to help me. Today, I'll be recording the Courant from Bach's D minor violin partita. We'll be recording this in 4 sections, each overlapping by 2 measures, and moving the camera after I've successfully recorded each chunk. Later, I'll show you how to crossfade these sections together seamlessly, but for now, since I've already got my microphones assigned, input level set, and room noise recorded, I'm ready to give the slate and get this session started. After I give the slate, I'll start by recording the first chunk on repeat until I feel like I've nailed it. As I'm doing this, Sammy is a lot busier than you think. In addition to putting a marker down before each take, he's also writing down the number of that marker on a sheet of paper, following along with the score, and jotting down measure numbers wherever he hears mistakes. He's also taking note of any extracurricular sounds he hears, such as doors closing, people screaming, etc. As the performer, it's super important to stay focused and not let the mistakes slow you down. Just because you missed the first few notes doesn't mean you have to start over. Just let them go, finish the chunk, try to catch it next time, and later I'll show you why it's not a big deal to miss notes in the recording session. You just gotta keep going. As the person tracking the session, it's important to remind the performer how well they're doing, even if it's the worst thing you've ever heard in your entire life. Throw a
"good job"
or
"man, sounds great"
wherever you can, schedule breaks as frequently as possible, remind them to drink water, and keep an eye out for sweaty forehead syndrome, pit stains, and any other signs of performer fatigue. After I've got a take I feel pretty good about, Sammy's going to circle that marker on the sheet, label it as keeper, stop the session, and have me listen to it. Okay, so overall I liked the way that I played it, but there were a few measures that I wasn't quite sold on. So I decided to re-record those spots. Before re-recording them, I listened to that specific spot on repeat a few times to get an idea of the intensity, tempo, and any other musical characteristics. Because remember, if I play it with any more or any less intensity, I'm compromising the continuity of that spot when I go to crossfade them together in post. Once I think I've got it in my head, Sammy will then create another section in the sheet for that spot, and I'll re-record it, starting a few measures before and ending a few measures after. After I'm done nailing those spots, I'll listen again, take a sample of the original keeper and the spot that I re-recorded, copy and paste them to the end of the section, and listen carefully for that continuity between them. If everything checks out, I'm ready to move on to the next chunk. When I do, I'll move the camera to a different spot. Sammy will make another section for chunk 2, and we'll repeat this exact same process for chunks 2 through 4. At the end of the session, it's important to sit down and listen to everything before tearing down. This way, if we do somehow miss something along the way, we can just redo it without stressing too much. Once we're done, we'll officially hit save for the last time, close the session, tear down, and I'm ready to go home and start editing all this together. And you're ready for the audio editing series. Thanks so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed it, and if you're learning as much as I am from this series, feel free to subscribe and check out the audio editing series, where I show you everything from mixing down the session, crossfading, removing background noise, compression, reverb, how to record to a click track, and so much more. Until then, happy recording. Yo, Sammy. Yo, we're done.